Hello, welcome to Working Dragon Mystic, where we discuss real, metaphysical, and occult knowledge so that you can manifest real and tangible results in your life. And this week, thanks to a client of mine, I have a very interesting question that I have asked myself, and I've asked many colleagues of mine, and this week we're going to ask it to each other. So stay tuned. Okay, some of you may have noticed that intro a little different than normal. Normally I start my intro, give the whole spiel why we're here, our mission statement, and then I tell you exactly what we're going to talk about. I just got out of a consult with a client, and we were discussing different things, and he made a statement to me that turned into a question. And the statement was, Drake, he's like, I would like to understand and know what you know because you figured out how to be happy. Now, I'm a Southerner. I have a sarcastic humor. And I just, without thinking, I kind of, I was like, I did? When? And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? I was like, aren't you happy? And he's like, I have moments where I'm happy. And I was like, okay, well, what do you mean by I know how to be happy? I was like, don't you? And that led us into an interesting discussion. And that therein lies the big question. And I know this is definitely not one of my normal videos, but for a practitioner seeking self-mastery, this question was one that I loved it. I absolutely loved it. In fact, when he left, I meditated on it a little for myself and rolled it over. And I just had to shoot this video. I did. I really did. And the question is very simple. Do we know how to be happy? Now, the more I meditated on this, the more I thought about conversations I've had with other people in the past. And without knowing we were talking about this question, I do think this has come up a time or two. And I think this gentleman has a point. Do we know how to be happy? I have met so many people who spend their life chasing a dream of some kind. They're always in pursuit of it. Their very being is motivated and consumed by whatever dream or goal that they're seeking, and it's usually something on the physical realm, whether it be love, whether it be physical fulfillment, whether it be a sexual partner, whether it be money, whether it be riches, whether it be career driven, whether it be a fleet of cars, whether it be all these different things. But I can honestly say when I was young, I thought the same way. In fact, most of the people who come to me for spell services or wanted me to do spell work for them, these are the exact things they are seeking. And when I was younger, had I known a wizard I could call, I probably would have too. But I didn't. I didn't know that that was a possibility, and it's weird because I definitely grew up without. That's the nicest way to put it. But I had a family who at least taught me to believe in myself. They did tell me the entire world would be against me. They told me the whole world would try to keep me down. But they said that no matter what the world chose, if I believed in myself, I could fight my way to what I wanted. I took that to heart. And I do still believe that. I do believe that anyone in this world who actually applies themselves can achieve greatness. But greatness is not happiness. In fact, practically everyone I know who's achieved such lofty dreams, they got problems. They got problems aplenty. But they don't know how to be happy. And it kind of hit me because this man thought I figured it out. I don't know that I did, but when we were talking, I was able to give him some of my thoughts on the matter, and he left here thinking I done shared the secret with him. And I told him I don't think we're complete here. I don't think I've fully figured it out. I'm still working to achieve things in my life. But like I said, for all those people who spend their lives chasing a dream or chasing riches or something, they find once they have it, they're miserable. They got nothing else to do. Everything that motivated them's dead. And they're miserable because that's it. They're done. Or they got to suddenly find something else to chase. And they spend their whole lives chasing something. Just one thing after the other. Not really happy. Not really living. Just chasing. And I think that right there really was at the heart and core of the question. And that's really what I pointed out to him. Is that when you ask, do we know how to be happy? Well, I would ask, if you were given 24 hours or even a whole week to sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself, what would you do? What would you do with an entire week to enjoy yourself with what you have? Not where would you go, not if you had the money, not if you could. Let's just say you're at home, you have 1 week, you're in your town, your city. What would you do to be happy and relaxed for 1 week? Because I remember my dad once told me about that. He was like, I don't need to go somewhere to be happy. I can be happy at home. A lot of people can't, but I can. I found it a funny comment. I paid it little mind at the time. I thought it was silly. But looking back, I think there was some real wisdom into those words, whether he meant it or not. Because we're always looking for something external to make us happy. It's always, I need this to be happy, I need that to be happy. Do you? Why? What's it going to do? And it's weird, because I can honestly say right now, if I just stopped, let's say I just stopped, my life paused right here, what Drake has achieved, that's as good as he's going to do. I'd be happy. I would. I can't say I've had an easy life. I can say I'm happy. Because there's something truly wonderful about that. But I know a lot of people, they can't even be alone in a room with themselves in silence just to enjoy a little peace and quiet. I know people that, unless they stay busy, they don't know what to do. I mean, many of you on live streams heard me say, I'm a workaholic. It makes me happy. Well, I am a workaholic. I do enjoy my work. And my work does often relax me, but it also burns me out. So what do I do if I'm not working? And that's where I had to trip and stumble and fumble. It's like, what do I do when I'm just wanting to be happy? I'm not trying to fill my time with other things. I do enjoy my reading and my research lightly. I do enjoy, the ability to go out back and fire up the grill or the smoker. I enjoy making a pot of stew for me and the wife to enjoy. That right there that's a great day to me. Just the ability to take the day, make a nice pot of stew, and enjoy it with my friends and loved ones. Perhaps just going shopping with my wife. I know guys out there is like, oh my God, he said it. Yes, I did. No, don't get me wrong. I don't understand it. She don't really buy things. She just goes out and looks around and wanders around. And she can take hours in one store. Ladies, I don't get it. Myself and most of the men I know, when we go into a store, we know what we're getting, we grab it, and we run out. But at the same time, we can sit and stare at a wall and drink a beer and be content. So I'm sure we do plenty of things you all don't understand. We're all wired a little differently. That's cool. That's cool. That's what makes life fun. We're all different. But part of self-mastery really, really has to be what makes you happy. Not what will make you happy in the future. What makes you happy right now, today. Because if you don't know the answer to that question, if you cannot take a week of relaxation and being happy and know the answer to that question, you need to find it. Because magic, the path we walk, self-mastery itself, you should be able to answer the question, what will make you happy right now? How can you be happy? What makes you happy? What drives you? Do you know how to be happy with yourself where you are right now? Honestly, some people's going to be like, well, that's impossible for some people. No. Actually, I come from a very, very poor community. And growing up in some hollers where I know people who lived in cinder block houses or less, they had very, very little. But they knew how to be happy. And as a kid, I really didn't understand it. Didn't fully grasp it. I mean, most of the time I was outside running around barefoot playing anyway. But as I grew older, and the concept of the world started to, come in a bit more, I realized, I saw that they didn't have a lot of things, and so I didn't understand how they could how they were happy then. But being who I am today, seeing what I've seen in my life, the hardships, the ups, the downs, the really big downs, I do get it. I do get it. I do get how old man Emerson was happy with what he had. I'm still going to say he was a grouch. Oh my God, was he a big old grouch. But he was happy for him. He was happy for him. But I get it now. And I think this is one of those things that a lot of people's going to be like, whoa, Drake, this is a little love and light spiritualist here for you, ain't it? Can't believe we're hearing this on your channel. I get that. I do. But no. We're not getting into spiritual, philosophical maybe. But we are talking self-mastery here. We are talking about, magic is about your will manifesting the life you want. Okay? It's also about controlling the life you have. And that is self-mastery. Self-mastery is a present thing. True, it's a goal we continue to seek and better ourselves in. But it's something we apply to the here and now. And when we are talking about happiness, oh my God, that's a very important one to apply to the here and now. Especially this day and age. We got so much craziness going on throughout the whole world. We need to know what we can do to be happy. We need to know those little things, those simple things that can make us happy. Maybe it's just a nice cup of coffee with a friend. Maybe that's what it takes. Maybe it's watching a sunrise with that cup of coffee or a sunset. Maybe it's a cold glass of lemonade on the porch. Maybe it's a pot of stew. I don't know. I'm going to bet it's different for every one of us. I am. I got one friend. He turns on a video game. It's a video game he plays all the time. I can't think of the name of it. But he gets lost in that. Some people get lost in a book. They sip on some wine or water and they read a book, get lost in a book. And it's truly relaxing, it's fulfilling, it brings them happiness. And that's beautiful to me. But more and more as I meet people and talk with people, I see fewer and fewer people who know how to relax, who know how to unwind, who know how to be happy. I mean, all kinds of people chasing a dream. And they'll say they'll be happy when. Well, what if when never comes? And what if worse, once you get there, you realize you're not happy. You have to chase something else to even feel like you're doing anything. People, trust me. Happiness isn't something you run to. It's something you find in the here and now. No matter where you are, what you're doing, you have to find something here and now. And you have to find that self-mastery in yourself, and you have to have that understanding and knowledge of self to know what makes you happy now. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're not. None of us are. None of us will be. So, for those of us on the path to self-mastery, and for those of you who aren't, the atheist, everyone out there, anyone who watches this, my wish for 2021 is everyone who sees this finds and understands what will make them happy and how they can enjoy their life right now. Not tomorrow, not a year from now, but right now. So, there's your homework, people. Think about it, meditate on it. Do you know how to be happy? And if not, figure it out. Seek it out. What can you do to make yourself happy right now? And if you do, hang on to that and grow that and continue to grow on your path. And until next time, I'm Drake, and this has been Working Dragon Mystic. I'll see you next time. Stay happy.